Hey YouTube, it's Erin and welcome to my 19-week vlog. I can't even believe it. We're at 19 weeks and honestly, it's so surreal. As I'm sure you've seen if you watched the sex reveal video, we now know that baby is a boy, which I am honestly in shock. I can't even describe it. You know, you might know if you've watched any of my journey, like I have been through it, right? Like 8 losses. It's been 10 years since I've been pregnant. In that decade, I've been a mom to a daughter. That is it. I've been a mom to a daughter. That is all I know. And so when I found out that it was a boy, I had so many thoughts going through my head. I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be different. Like I was fully in my mind prepared. Like I was like, okay, it's been 10 years. It's gonna take me a minute to like remember how to be a baby mom, but like I was like not thinking, oh my gosh, it's gonna be different. Now I get it. I know there's not a whole lot of differences in the sense of like, okay, it's a baby, you need to feed them and all that good stuff. But there are some subtle differences, you know? And anyway, so my mind has just been like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a mom to one of each. And yeah, anyway, I don't know if anyone can relate to that, but I was definitely having like moments, you know, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I've not done this before. This is now feels like a whole new journey. And it already was sort of feeling new because it's just been like literally ages for me. So yeah, let me catch you up on and the things that have happened. So we went to that ultrasound and found out the sex of the baby. We also had our, you know, that was the morphology scan. So they looked over all of the different parts of the baby, heart, spine, legs, hands, feet, fingers, toes, all that good stuff. And I don't know if it's different in other parts of the world, but in Canada, we do have to wait until our OB sort of reviews those results. So we're still waiting, but everything did look great on the scans from an early perspective. Baby looks really healthy and it looks like it's growing. And she gave me the measurements, which I honestly was like completely in a different headspace and did not write down, nor do I remember what they are. So but it was right kind of in alignment with like the pregnancy app that I've been tracking in terms of baby's growth. And so when she said those numbers, I remember reading them in the app, like at the exact same stage. So that all sounds good from a growth perspective. So I'm still waiting to hear back from my doctor. That will just give me that like final peace of mind, of course, to hear that everything's okay. But again, from my limited knowledge I have at looking at literally just one other baby's ultrasound in my life experience, it seemed great. So anyway, so we did find out that it was a boy, and we were able to do a cute little sex reveal with our daughter, and that was really fun. COVID's been like hard, you know, it's meant that a lot of the stuff that I do in pregnancy is actually by myself. I can't take people to appointments. I've got to go to them alone and blah, blah, blah. And as a result, I look for those little moments where we can involve other people. And other people right now, given the stay-at-home order that we have here where I live, means literally just, you know, Willow and Jason. And we're trying to find those little things to make this special and inclusive for everybody. So it's just really sweet. I loved the whole experience, and it was just so nice. And Jason took like tons of pictures, which I shared in that video, and did the video. And anyway, he's great. He's not much of a be on camera kind of person, so I don't know if you'll ever see him on the channel. Just know he's real. I've had a few people who were like, does this guy actually exist? He does. He's just not really the in front of the camera type. Willow and I obviously don't have that same feeling. We're like the opposite. Anyway, so that was really exciting. And coming up next for me, so I will have my first in-person appointment with my OB coming up in June, beginning of June, and then I'll have a follow-up ultrasound because yesterday they weren't able to see the spine super well. Like they could see it. It looked, you know, at first glance fine, but they need to be able to do obviously a lot of pictures. But baby was lying on his back and would not move. So she kept trying to make him, and it was so painful and uncomfortable. Not painful, but just like uncomfortable. She was like jiggling my belly around and kind of pushing it. Anyway, so gotta go back. But I mean, the nice thing is I get to go back. You know, it's like catch-22. I'm like, I gotta go back. I gotta do the whole thing again. But I also get to see the baby again in 2 weeks. So we'll do that. I had blood work done from my OB. All of that came back clear. So that's all great. So far everything is progressing. The fragment's getting easier. So I do blood thinner injections. That's getting easier every day. Jason's just like a pro now. He does the needle and can figure it all out pretty well, and has made it such that it actually doesn't hurt a whole lot anymore, which is really obviously helpful because I have to do it every day. But yeah, so in terms of like medical appointments, like that's kind of where we're at with that. In terms of like symptoms, so I mentioned before, my nausea and my fatigue are all but gone. I get like little twinges of nausea if I get hungry still, but nothing crazy. The new symptoms though, so the first one is I've actually been getting Braxton Hicks contractions, like, which feels early. I don't remember getting them this early with Willow, but I have heard that in your second and other pregnancies, that can happen a bit earlier. For me, it just feels a little like my tummy gets a bit like tight. And I read that it can be caused by dehydration. So I've started carrying around this bad boy all the time, and I'm constantly drinking from it. I did notice my thirst has actually gone down a little bit. So I was really thirsty in the first trimester, drinking like literally nonstop. That's kind of gone away. So I think I just need to have a more like conscious effort to drink water. So trying to do that a bit more too. Yeah, I have heard that Braxton Hicks can be caused from that, and also like activity. So we've been walking every day. We've been trying to walk 10,000 steps a day at least, which is hard some days for sure, because I like just feel achy and crampy and, like pregnant. And but we're really trying to do it because with Willow, I gained like 70 pounds. Which was a lot for my size. And I just don't want to do the same thing again this time. So trying to be a bit more, aware of that. And I have heard that the activity can cause them. So anyway, it's fine. They're not like painful or anything. It's just what it is. The other thing that started to happen is I'm feeling so much baby movement. So I feel like when I did my last vlog, I was kind of like, oh, I'm not feeling it as much as I would like. Like, I wish I was feeling it more. My placenta's in the front. But now, I mean, it went from like literally felt like overnight. All of a sudden I went from like to like, it's just, a lot more. So the frequency is a lot higher. And the other cool thing is Willow and Jason have both felt kicks on the outside, which again feels really early for where I'm at. But they've both felt the baby kicking on the outside. I've felt him as well. And that's been really cool because, in the first part, like, yeah, you're growing, you're getting bigger, but you're also kind of like, like everyone else around you's like, whatever. But when they start to like be able to interact with the baby, it's really special, especially for Willow. So that's been kind of nice to experience. And I actually shared a little video clip on my TikTok, which is just under my name as well, of Willow feeling the baby move on the outside for the first time. So that's been really, really cool. Again, it's like not daily. I mean, I guess like I do feel some movements every day, but the severity of them or like how active he is, I think is very dependent on like what I eat that day. And if I've had a lot of sugar, which I try to limit. But there was a day on the weekend where I got a couple tarts from a local bakery, which is just so good. And I ate a lemon tart, and I don't know if it was a combination of like the sour and the sweet, but oh man, he was going to town. So that's been really fun. And obviously we feel like even more connected as a result of that. I have also noticed that my breathlessness is getting a bit better. I'm not sure if that's because like, I actually don't know why. I do notice it is a bit better than it has been in the first trimester and a bit of the second. Definitely not as bad, which is really great. So that's been cool. And I guess like, I'm feeling overall obviously finding out a little bit more about him. And, you know, as we sort of get these confirmations that things are okay, I'm like, I feel like I'm slightly starting to let myself like believe and like, you know, start to prepare, but I'm still like not like I was with Willow. With Willow, I was, you know, but at this stage with Willow, I had her nursery ready. I'm pretty sure if you look back in old videos. And with this one, I'm like, I haven't even started researching like cribs and strollers, and we have nothing either. I've kept literally nothing. I mean, it's 10 years, you know, and with every single loss we had, I was just like, get rid of more baby stuff. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to look at it. And like, as a result, we literally own nothing. So I have a lot of work to do. I'm just like waiting for the moment when I can just be like, okay, yes, we're doing this. Let's make a list. Let's get to work. So Jason and I were talking about it last night, and we're gonna, you know, sit down and actually make a good list and then like start checking those big things off so we can get some progress. But it's so weird. I'm waiting for the moment. I don't know if any other, you know, moms out there that have experienced like loss and infertility can relate to that, but like, I'm just like waiting for the moment when I'm like, no, yeah, this is good. This is happening. Like, you're good. You can start. Like when I found out like Willow was a girl, the first thing I did was go to the store and I bought her like tons of clothes. And like, I haven't even looked at one boy baby thing. Like I haven't even looked. So, you know, I'm like, okay, when is the feeling gonna hit? Anyway, I'm sure it will. But let me know if you can relate to that. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's not like me. I'm a type A person. Like, I'm a checklister. I'm a get stuff done. And I am just not. I mean, I do have, like, we've been buying diapers ahead. So we just like have them on an Amazon kind of order. I have those. I've been getting, like, I'm looking over here because they're on my floor. Because this is actually going to be baby's room. This is my office, but this will be baby's room. And all of these built-ins will stay, but we'll convert it into obviously more baby appropriate things. And I was actually thinking that this is wide enough to put a change pad on. So I won't even need to buy a change table because I'm just going to put it here. And then this whole section on this side can be like for like wipes and diapers and a cute basket of things. So this will all stay. And this is all bolted into the wall, like very baby safe. We've secured it all. So it's good. But yeah, so what I was saying. So I've got diapers, I've got wipes, I have nursing pads, like for my shirt, not for my shirt, for my boobs, you know, to go in my bra. I got some bottles. I don't know. I saw them on Amazon. I was like, those look cool. Just buy them. I got a couple of receiving blankets and I got laundry detergent for the baby. And like, that's it. That's all I have. I don't have anything else. So I get it. I'm only 19 weeks, but it's almost halfway. And you know how it is. Like when you hit your third trimester, you don't feel like doing a lot of that stuff. So like, I got to get going. Anyway, so we'll see. I'm hoping it all kicks in soon and we can keep going. But I'm going to show you my belly. I didn't bring up the measuring tape, so I won't measure myself this one. I'll measure myself in the next video, which will be exactly 20 weeks. But actually, real quick, let me tell you, because I meant to tell you this in the last video, and then I said I was going to, and then I didn't. But let's look at the size of baby. So baby is the size of a mango. The size of a mango, 10 inches crown to heel, and approximately 11 ounces. And again, that was exactly about like what she said. I don't remember the exact numbers, but like that was about the exact things that she said. Let's see what else. So in terms of baby for the week, it does say they're developing more regular sleep patterns. And it's at this point in your baby's development where most of the energy is utilized in gaining weight. The placenta has reached its maximum thickness and is busy supplying your baby all the nutrients and oxygen and disposing of the wastes. So I think this is so cool. And yeah, I just like it. I like second trimester. I hated first trimester. First trimester was awful. So glad. We were actually talking about that last night, and Jason's like, he's like, my favorite day in the entire pregnancy was the day that we had our first fight. Because he knew we don't really fight, we talk. We have like talks. Anyway, but he knew that because I had the energy and the like audacity to have this talk, not the audacity, but you know what I mean, to have this talk, he knew. He was like, you're feeling better. We're turning a corner. So that's been really great. Anyway, so I'll show you where we're at with the belly. I feel like, I don't know what happens like with bellies. I do feel like I have a little more space between my boobs and my belly than normal. But there's the belly. So it's going to be really shiny from the window, but there it is. There's the belly from the front. And we'll do it from this side, so you just get a good profile. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I wish I would have brought the measuring tape up because I could have measured it. I am getting some stretch marks here. I got them there with Willow as well. I think you might be able to see them if I go on this side better. No, you can't really see them. Anyway, I'm getting some. I only ever get them really on my side. I didn't get any on my belly with Willow. I'm hoping the same thing happens. I moisturize every day, so that helps. But yeah, I do feel like it's a little low. Like, I feel like it's a little lower, and then maybe I should have known that it was a boy, because like, I feel like Willow's was like, you know, right up in my boobs, but maybe I'll go back and compare. Anyway, that's it. That's my vlog for the week. I'm actually so proud that I got it done. Thanks as always for watching, and if you want to subscribe and follow along, please do. I would love it, and appreciate like the support to date on our TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, all the places. Please feel free to connect with us on all of those places, and yeah, almost halfway. Woo! All right, I'll see you all on week 20.